today let's start with chapter number 1, evolution of computer. In this chapter I will tell you about early calculating device like we have abacus. Then I will tell you the first electronic computer, UNIVAC. Then generation of computer, we have 5 generation of computer. All the 5 generation I will tell you in this chapter, and types of computer, what are the different types of computer, characteristics of computer and latest technology trends. What are the latest technology trends that I will tell you. Now let's introduce the chapter first. The concept of counting started with evolution of human. How the concept of counting started? With the evolution of human being. So, since ancient times, people have invented tools for calculation. What early men did? Early men tied notes in a rope and carved marks on clays and to keep the records. And what they did? They keep the records with tying the notes. Now, early people, they also used tools to count like fingers, toes, stones, stick, pebbles and gourds. And what they use? They use sticks, stones, pebbles to count the different things and store information by marking on the walls. How they store information in the early time? By marking on the walls or rocks. Now, computer is one of the greatest invention of mankind. If we talk about the computer, it is one of the greatest invention of mankind. So, computer as we know and use them today evolved slowly with the passage of time. So, computer, they evolved slowly with the passage of time. Now, you can see different type of computer. We see desktop computer, laptop, tablet, smartphone. They are also the latest technology computer. Now, first of all, early calculating devices. What are the early calculating devices? Like example, I will give you abacus. It is the early calculating device. Abacus was first counting device. It was invented around 500 BC. And who invented it? By Chinese. It consists of wooden rack. It has like this wooden rack and they have rows of beads. They have rows with number of beads in. Calculations are made by sliding the beads of the rack to the left to the right, and it is based on concept of place value. On which concept it is based? It is based on the concept of place value. So, how we do it? By what? By moving the beads left to right. Now, simple calculation like addition and subtraction were performed using abacus. It is still used in many parts of the world. Now also in the many parts of the world, it is also used. Next is Napier bones. What is Napier bones? Napier bones is also called Napier rods. It was invented by Scottish mathematician. Who was he? John Napier. On his name only, this device is named, that is Napier bone. And how it is set? It is set in a rectangular rod and you can see here the numbers are marked on it. So, it is in this computing device, placement of stick is done in such a way that the product and the quotient, what are the of a large number can be obtained easily. Here you can find the product and the quotient of large number efficiently. Next is Pascaline, that is Pascal adder. It was invented by French mathematician whose name was Blaise Pascal and won 1642. It is a mechanical calculator and it was known as Pascaline. Why? Because it was that used moving parts such as gear to add and subtract. This device is used as series of toothed wheels. What it has? It has series of toothed wheels. Now, the numbers were entered by manipulating this die. You have to manipulate this die and you can then write the number. Next, this is Leibniz Step-Reckoner. In 1672, he was German mathematician as well as philosopher named Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. He designed calculating machine called Step-Reckoner. It is like this. You can see an image over here and it gives the idea of multiplication by repeated addition and subtracting. You can do multiplication by repeated addition and shifting. It could store data by using register or memory store for the type. Next is Jacquard Lou. If we talk about Jacquard Lou, so in 1801, Frenchman Joseph Marie Jacquard. What did he invented? This is your power loom. It used punch card. What it used? It used punch cards, the first machine that used punch cards, and the loom could base its weaving upon pattern, which was automatically what it's do. The punch card wooden cards, they automatically reads what the patterns and held together in a long row by a rope. This also helped in using the pattern again and again, and it used that pattern again and again. Right? What are these? These are the different calculating device. Your this difference engine. Charles Babbage designed the first automatic calculating engine. It is the first automatic calculating engine which is known as your difference engine. In 1822, it could perform complex mathematical calculation. How many calculation that is mathematical calculation that are very complex? Who perform those calculation? Your difference engine. Next is our analytical engine. It is known as world first special purpose mechanical computer and set up blueprint for the modern computer. It was designed by English mathematician whose name was Charles Babbage, and when in 1832. It used brass gear to build the analytical engine. It was not electric. It was the first steam powered computer. What it is? It is first steam powered computer. Next is tabulating machine. Hanman Hollerith, army engineer, built a machine called tabulating machine in 1890, which read and store data from the punch card. What it's do? It's read the data and store the data through punch cards. Later in 1924, his company became a part of IBM Corporation, International Business Machines Corporation. Next is your first electronic computer. That is your ENIAC. That is your electronic numerical integrator and computer. It was first successful electronic digital computer, John Macaulay and John Presper Ackett. They invented it and it was made operational. And from when it became operational from 1946. It was first programmable electronic computer which was used for general purpose like solving numerical problem. It was used for solving general problems like you solve the problems of addition, subtraction and other. ENIAC was performing calculation for manufacturing of a hydrogen bomb. It was used for doing the calculation for what? For manufacturing of hydrogen bomb. Next is UNIVAC. That is Universal Automatic Computer. Now, in 1951, John Macaulay and John Presper Ackett, they developed another successful computer, that is UNIVAC. UNIVAC, it was first computer which can handle both. It was the first computer that can handle both alphabetic also and numeric data also, and reach full scale operation and its operating record and review of the type of problem to which it has been applied. Provide an interesting milestone in ever widening field of electronic digital computer. It was a electronic digital computer. Next is your personal computer. In 1981, IBM introduced first personal computer, and in 1984, its advanced version called PC-80, that is Personal Computer Advanced Technology. This type of computer, they were smaller in size and faster in speed. The speed was very fast as compared to other computers, and they were more accurate and reliable. You can easily rely on these types of computer. Now, there are several types of personal computer available nowadays: desktop computer, laptop computer, tablet computer. These all are some of its examples. Next is generation of computer. What is generation? You can see like in human beings also, from generation to now, many things changes. You were small, then you become adult, and then into an old man. So like this, there are changes in the generation. So like when you were small, at that time, many things were not available, those things which are available at this time. Like this, generation means production or creation of something. In terms of computer, it implies significant development and growth in technology, computer technology. After these early calculating machines, the present computer took its shape in 5 generations. And the development of computer took place in the 5 distinct places that is known as computer generation. We have categorized them into different generations. Let's study with the first generation and its different features. The period of 1940 to 1956, it is roughly considered as the period of first generation computer. The first generation computer were developed by using vacuum tube or thermionic volume machine. In this first generation, what they used vacuum tubes or thermionic valves. The input of the system was based on punch card and taper tape. On what its input was based? Its inputs was based on punch cards and on the paper tape. And the output was displayed on printout. And how the output was displayed? In the form of printout. That we take out print, was the output. The first generation computer worked on binary coded concept. On which concept it was? Based on binary coded. That is 0 and 1. Like we have ENIAC, EDVEC, EDSEC, UNIVAC 1 and Mark I. What are these? These are the example of first generation computer. Now we have second generation from the period of 1956 to 1963. It is roughly considered as the second generation, and they are developed by using transistor technology. Here transistor was used and vacuum tube was replaced in this generation. Then in comparison to first generation, second generation computers were smaller and faster. They were smaller as well as faster than the first generation computer, like your COBOL or Fortran. These are the languages that were used at that time. Like we have UNIVAC 3. Now UNIVAC 3, IBM 1401 and IBM 700 and NCR 300 series. What are these? These all are the example of your second generation. Now next is third generation. In third generation, its period start from 1963 to 71. This is roughly considered period, and in third generation they use integrated circuit technology. ICS technology was used in such type of generation computer. They were faster, efficient, cheaper than second generation, and they were smaller in size, and they consumed less power and also generated less heat. What they do? They consume less power and generate less heat. They used operating system allowing many different applications to run at the same time. What it do? It runs different and many applications at the same time. Now example, your IBM 360, ICL 1900, your UNIVAC 1108 and UNIVAC AC 9000. What are these? These are the example of third generation computer. Then we have fourth generation. Its period start from 1972 to 2010. And it was developed using microprocessor technology. In this fourth generation computer, which type of technology we have used? Microprocessor. They are smaller, energy efficient, faster, accurate and more reliable than earlier generation. They are extremely powerful and can process millions of instructions. Their storage capacity is very large, and their storage capacity, it is very large. Like we have IBM PC 1981 and Apple Macintosh 1984. Then we have fifth generation computer from 2010 to present date. Now, till now we have fifth generation computer, and in this type of computers have high capability and large memory capacity. They are faster, capable of multitasking. Next is fifth generation computer have the power of human intelligence. They have power of human intelligence and reasoning. This generation of computer is able to understand natural language and they respond using different sensor. Some of the popular advanced technology of 5th generation include artificial intelligence, quantum computation, nanotechnology and parallel processing. Its examples are your robots and humanoids. These all are the example of 5th generation computer. Now our next topic is types of computer. We have different types of computer. We have personal computer, desktop computer, laptop, tablet. These are the different types of computer. Now, first of all, personal computer, it is a single user computer system. They are moderately powerful microprocessor. They have moderately powerful microprocessor. Next is workstation. It is also a single user computer system and similar to personal and has a more powerful microprocessor. Its microprocessor is more powerful. Mini computer, multi-user computer system capable of supporting hundreds of users simultaneously. What it do? It is capable of supporting hundreds of users simultaneously. Next is mainframe. It is multi-user computer system capable of supporting hundreds of users simultaneously and it is different from mini computer. And it is different from mini computer. Next is supercomputer. It is an extremely fast computer which can execute millions of instructions per second. What it do? It execute millions of instructions per second. Next, let's study about the characteristics. We have different characteristics of computer. Like first is speed. Let's talk about the speed. So its speed, all the operations can be performed very fast just because its speed is elsewise take longer time because it takes longer time to perform the task. Next we have accuracy. It's the most important advantage that it can perform not only calculation but with an accuracy. It works accurately. Then we have diligence. Does not get tired, it keeps working. Like human being, we get tired after doing the same work many times or for a long hour, but they do not get tired. They do the work for the long hours without getting bored. Next is high storage. It is a low-cost solution, but user can save huge data with low budget. Centralized database for storing information is the major advantage. What that can reduce cost. Versatility, multitasking is one of the major advantage. A person can perform multiple tasks, multiple operations and do numerical problem, many calculation of the numerical problem. So computer can perform trillions of instructions per second. What it's do? It's perform millions of instructions in per second. Data security, protecting digital data is known as data security. What computer provides? It provides security from destructive forces and from unwanted action performed by unauthorized user, like your cyber attack or access attack. Now we have connectivity. Computers all over the world have been connected to form a global network called internet. This has enabled people to communicate and what to do? Search for information easily. We can search for the information here very easily. Next is latest technology trends. Like we have wearable technology. We wear smart watches. What are these? These are wearable technologies. Wearable gadgets, they are the latest buzzword in the field of technology. Most of the wearable gadgets, they are available to us nowadays, but there are others that can be huge around the neck or can be worn as a piece of jewelry. We can worn it like a jewelry also. Now first is smartwatches. Smartwatches everyone knows. Smartwatches can be connected with smartphones and keeps us updated. Whatever notification, call is coming to your mobile phone while you are tabling, you can easily see in your smartwatches. And we can make calls and messages, read news, listen to music using smartwatches like we have Apple. And we also have fitness tracker. Next is fitness tracker, which is a wristband and watches that can count the number of steps we take a day. how many steps you have taken in a day and how many calories you have burned. And they also monitor physical activity and vital signs followed with parameters like pulse rate, your heart rate, your BP, different things they check. Next we have Apple Vision Pro. Apple Vision Pro is a revolutionary capital computing wearable headset that seamlessly blends digital content with the physical world. It is first 3D camera that can capture magical spatial photos and videos in 3D. With the help of this, you can see videos in a 3D form, right? Next is AI and machine learning, that is artificial intelligence and machine learning. Today, they are the chief accelerators of the aspect. A lot of development is happening, which has led to development. And improved technology used in chatbots, your voice-based assistant like Siri, Alexa, and robots. What are these? They are AI-driven platforms that have been bound to automate their business and to develop at breakneck speed. Right? This was all about the generation of computer. I have told you about the 1 to 5 generation. And then we have studied about the types of computers and some important technology terms. Hope you understood. Now we will meet in the next class. That's all for today. Thank you.